Hello, everyone. This is Live Life Well TV host Robert Landau, and I'm here for a very important reason. And I have a feeling you know what that is. And if you don't, hey, where have you been? Because we have been airing this trivia show here on Live Life Well TV for many, many weeks. One episode per week, totally different material, just for your trivia fun. So, are you ready for another astounding, absolutely spellbinding episode of True or False? Well, if you are, stay tuned. Here we go. Sit back, relax, and most important, have fun. Here is the first true or false question for your consideration. True or false? The sport saved from extinction by President Theodore Roosevelt was football. True or false? The sport saved from extinction by President Theodore Roosevelt was football. What do you think about that one? Well, if you happen to somehow feel that that might be true, you are 100% correct. And here's why. Until his 1905 call for regulation of the sport, football was dwindling in support due to its violent nature. And here's why. Particularly in Roosevelt's time, no less than 18 football players had died that year. Next, true or false, an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. True or false, an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. That happens to be true. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. So, next up, true or false, oxygen makes up 2/3 of Earth and also 2/3 of the human body. Question again was true or false, oxygen makes up 2/3 of Earth and also 2/3 of the human body. That, my dear, dear trivia friends, happens to be false. And here's why. Water is the most common substance at those amounts, roughly those amounts. Next up is this. The bear has caused more deaths than any other mammal in history. True or false, the bear has caused more deaths than any other mammal in human history. False? True? What do you think? It happens to be false. The rat, a frequent carrier of disease, has been the deadliest mammal. Next up, we have this, true or false, the highest grossing film series in history is Star Wars. True or false, the highest grossing film series in history is Star Wars? If you suspected that the correct answer to that question happens to be false, you are correct. It is false. The Harry Potter series is first, the James Bond series second, and Star Wars third. Next, we have this, true or false, Napoleon Bonaparte was killed at the Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon Bonaparte was killed at the Battle of Waterloo. True or false? That's false. Napoleon happened to have surrendered to the British after his defeat at Waterloo and died in exile on the island of St. Helena. True or false, Dubai is home to the tallest man-made structure ever built. True or false, Dubai is home to the tallest man-made structure ever built. What do you think? Might that be true, or just might that one be false? Well, it be true. And here's why. The 162-floor skyscraper by the name of Burj Khalifa in Dubai opened in 2010, and it is home to the tallest man-made structure ever built. Wow. It's an amazing architectural feat if you think about it. 162-floor skyscraper. Woo! The elevator ride, and that must be amazing. I used to work in the World Trade Center because I'm originally from New York City, and I can still sit here and tell you and feel what it felt like to take that express elevator from the lobby of one of the two towers all the way to the 100th floor, where there used to be a restaurant on that floor called Windows on the World. Incredible place, but the views were amazing, unless it was a cloudy day. Next up for your true or false consideration is this: true or false? Apartheid was the political system dismantled in South Africa at the end of the 20th century. What do you think about that one? True or false? Apartheid was the political system dismantled in South Africa at the end of the 20th century. That, as you probably can guess, is true. Apartheid, the system of legal racial segregation, governed South Africa from 1948 all the way until 1994. True or false? E pluribus unum on the seal of the United States means one out of many. True or false? E pluribus unum means one out of many. That is true. It's a motto that emphasizes, of course, national unity. So, how you doing so far? Having fun? We've got some more to go, so sit back, continue to relax, and see if you can guess the correct answer to this. True or false? As a human body grows larger, its number of bones gets smaller. True or false? As a human body grows larger, its number of bones gets smaller. That, my dear, dear friends, happens to be true. Bones fuse together over time, decreasing the number of bones from about 350 in a newborn to 206 in an adult. Next up, true or false, the Red Sea gets its name from a slaughter that occurred there during biblical times. True or false, the Red Sea gets its name from a slaughter that occurred there during biblical times. That is false. Normally, a very intense blue-green, the water in the Red Sea will occasionally turn reddish brown due to dying algae. Next, we have this: true or false, lightning never strikes the same place twice. Is that true or is that false? What do you think? True or false, lightning never strikes the same place twice? If you guessed false, you were 100% correct. Lightning can strike in the same spot twice. The spires of skyscrapers are frequently hit in the same place throughout the year. Just ask them, they'll tell you. True or false, Labrador retrievers were originally bred to retrieve fishing nets. Bet you never heard that one before. True or false, Labrador retrievers were originally bred to retrieve fishing nets. That happens to be, believe it or not, absolutely true. Originally from Newfoundland, which of course is the Canadian island off the coast of Labrador. Besides excelling at retrieving, Labradors excel at swimming as well, which is really good if you live on an island off the coast of Labrador. True or false? Coffee originated in Brazil. True or false, coffee originated in Brazil? That is, you tell me. Say a little louder. I really can't hear you. Ah, good. It's false. Coffee likely originated in Ethiopia around the 15th century. True or false, Dracula was a real life figure in history. True or false, Dracula was a real life figure in history. That is true. A guy by the name of Vlad Dracula III, the cruel 15th century ruler from Transylvania, was nicknamed the Impaler and may have inspired Bram Stoker's fictional character of Dracula. Next up is this: true or false, tug of war was once an Olympic sport. Tug of war was once an Olympic sport. What do you think? True or false on that one? That's true. That is true. It was a team event in every summer Olympics from 1900 all the way to 1920. Next up, true or false, the deadliest weapon of World War I was the machine gun. True or false, the deadliest weapon of World War I was the machine gun. That happens to be true. The machine gun had an absolutely devastating effect against frontal attacks and changed how wars were fought. Two more left before we close. Here's the second to last true or false question for you. It goes like this: true or false, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, reads the plaque at the base of the Statue of Liberty. True or false, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, reads the plaque at the base of the Statue of Liberty. True or false, what do you think? It's true. The lines come from a poem that Emma Lazarus wrote to raise money for the statue's pedestal. Great job, Emma. Which brings us to the last and final true or false questions of this episode of True or False. It goes like this: true or false, the tiniest bones in the human body are found in the hand. True or false, the tiniest bones in the human body are found in the hand? That's false. The tiniest bones by far are found in the ear. And with that said, and with that done, we close another astounding episode of True or False. Did you have fun? Even if you didn't, I did. So there. This has been Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host. Thank you so much for joining me. We look forward to seeing you at another episode of True or False here on Live Life Well TV. Until then, God bless.